Hi there, Jason Neufeld from Elder Needs Law, and I'm creating this video by specific request from multiple clients actually who are interested in my thoughts on the $880 billion worth of cuts to the United States budget that have been being in the news a lot lately. And my overall message is this is the time for advocacy, not the time for panic yet. Okay, and I'll explain what I mean in a moment. So first of all, let's get a few things straight. First of all, the $880 billion of proposed cuts is over 10 years, and those are not cuts specifically to Medicaid, they're just cuts. And the idea is essentially people who are much smarter than me have determined that it is impossible for there not to be any negative impact to Medicare, Medicaid, and or SNAP benefits based on such a large cut to the federal budget. And that brings me to another conclusion that we have to draw, which is remember that Medicaid is more than one program. Medicaid is an umbrella term for over a dozen different programs in Florida that are partially financed by the state and partially financed by the federal government. So $880 billion, we don't know where that's going to go, but we do believe there will be some kind of negative impact to these government programs. Now, with Republicans being very forceful in stating that they will not touch Medicare, that leads us to assume that SNAP and Medicaid would have to be part of the budget cut, and how would that impact us? So first of all, I'm an elder law attorney. I do a lot of Medicaid planning in Florida, and Florida is a state that has not expanded Medicaid, and there are those who are saying that really the states who have expanded Medicaid are going to feel the deepest impact. That's not to say Florida is going to be completely spared. Medicaid is the long-term care program of choice in the state. Many people, almost everybody who's in nursing facilities are on Medicaid. I don't see how it would be politically feasible to, for example, defund that program, because then people would literally die, because that's the only way they're going to afford, these facilities that are, $10,000, $12,000, $14,000 per month. So we also don't know what states, including Florida, might do to make up for the budget shortfall. They could, in fact, they could cut other programs to save the bulk of Medicaid. They could raise taxes. That is unlikely to happen, especially in a state like Florida, where all they're talking about is lowering property taxes and lowering the sales tax. I don't think that's really reasonable. But right now, we really don't know what's going to happen, which is why, like I said in the beginning, it's not the time for panic. It's the time for advocacy.